In the yesterday session, we were talking about the introduction to the application. I have explained you the Oracle knowledge repository, like where in the internet we can go and we can access the Oracle standard documentation for this Oracle Fusion HCM cloud applications. And we discussed also about the concept of Oracle certification, like how Oracle providing the certifications for their product. What is the cost? What is the examination pattern? And where we have to go and where we have to book the exam. That all we have discussed at team. And we also seen the introduction to the application yesterday theme, like when any client or a customer buy the product from Oracle, how the application will be delivered. I mean to say, in which form the Oracle application will be delivered in the market, right? That we have seen team. And what are the different names that we can call the Fusion application? Like I told, right? We can call it as URL, web link, environment, instance, server, pod. Like we have couple of names to call the Fusion applications team, right? And customer to customer, when Oracle selling their product in the market, the pod number will be differed, I told you. In the URL, these 4 characters from customer to customer, that will be differed, I told you, right? And then we logged in into the system yesterday with my user ID and password, and we have also seen what are the basic home level functionalities. Like with my user ID and password, when I click on sign in, we landed upon the home screen of the Fusion application. So in the yesterday session, I have introduced it to you this basic high level intro about the application, like what is this home screen functionalities, what is this area called as, each section what we will be calling, under each section whatever we have, what we will be calling them, what is this navigator, and what are these icons. These all introduction we have in the yesterday session team. So by yesterday we completed the 2 demos, and from today we will be starting the regular classes I told you. So to start with, the very first topic that I'm going to start as part of our training program will be the concept of security administration in the Fusion system team. The very first topic that we are going to start will be security administration in the Fusion application. Why, Kumar? This is the first concept that we should learn. See, not only from the learning perspective, once you join the organization, once you join the organization, once you got deployed to the project, whenever we are working in the client's implementation project also, the very first preliminary understanding every implementation consultant should have will be the concept of security administration team. Why? What we are going to discuss in this particular module or in this particular concept team. See, in security administration, we are going to see 2 concepts. What are they? One is user account management. Okay. One is user account management, and the other one is role management team. In the security administration module in the Fusion application, we are going to talk about these 2 concepts. What are they? User account management and role management in the system. So what do you mean by user account management, Kumar? See, in order to log in into the system, correct? So in order to get access to the Fusion application team, when we pass the URL in our web browsers, in order to access the Fusion application, what system asking us? What system asking us? user ID and password, right? This is my user ID, hcm.mar, and I have my password. So in order to access Fusion application, we require user ID and password team, correct? Then once I pass my user credentials here, once I click on sign in, I can able to enter into the application. So in security administration concept team, in user account management, we are going to see how in the Fusion application, the user accounts will be created. For whom? For whom? Basically, it's a HR application, right? For example, any company buying the product from Oracle means they are going to use this application for what purpose? For their in-house HR operations. For every employees or every employees will be hired in that application, and every employee should be given access to this portal, because every employee should able to check their personal information. Every employee should able to apply their leaves. Every employee should able to check their pay slips. They have to submit their year-end documents. Obviously, for every employee, we should be giving the application access, right? How in the Fusion application, the user accounts will be created for the employees in the system of our client, or not even to that extent team. For example, as I told you, Tata Group purchased the product from Oracle. This is the company who bought the product from Oracle. Now, as I told you, the clients or the customer companies, okay, will be giving the project to the implementation companies. For example, team, Tata Group given the project to Deloitte. Tata Group given the project to Deloitte. So we are the people who are employees of Deloitte. Once you learn this course, where you will be working, I told you, you will be working in the software IT companies. Correct. Now, team, we are working in Deloitte. Let's say Tata Group purchased the product from Oracle, and Tata given the project to Deloitte team. Now we are 10 members team, 10 resources or 10 members, or you can call it as implementation team. Implementation team. We are 10 people who are going to be deployed for the project of Tata. Now, Tata Group given the project to Deloitte, Deloitte deploying 10 people. So we are one among these 10 people. We are the implementation team for the Tata Group, right? So now Deloitte deploying 10 people for the project team. So when we are about to start the configuration, all of us 10 members, whoever is the implementation users, implementation team, all of them should require the access to the client application, right? The Tata's application access, we all should get, because every day we have to log in into the system and we have to start our configurations of all the modules, core HR, absence, payroll, talent, right or wrong? See, I'm trying to make you understand from the very basic perspective. Now, Tata Group is the client or the customer who bought the product from Oracle, and they given the project to Deloitte. Deloitte is the implementation partner for this Tata Group. So 10 people team deployed for the Tata Group implementation team. So for all these 10 people, the user accounts to be created in the system, because every day we have to log in into the system and we have to work on the application. Then how the user accounts for our team will be created? One is in the initial phase when we are about to start the project, how the user accounts will be created for our team. We are called as implementation users team. We are called as implementation users team, right? Right. We are called as implementation users. So obviously, all of us should require the application access, correct? So how that will be created? Not only for us, once we configure the system and once we hand over the system to the client, Now Tata Group using this application for their HR activities team. Every implementation is done. Tata Group using the application for their day-to-day activities. So every day when they hiring the employees in the system, for all the employees also, the user accounts should be created. So how that will be done? So in security administration module, we are going to talk about that user account management in the Fusion system. Clear? What we are going to talk? User account management. How in the Fusion application, user accounts will be created. A star marked interview question to be noted. Okay. How in the Fusion application, the user accounts will be created. It might be for the implementation team, the implementation users, or it might be for employees of the client, whoever they are getting hired in the system as an employees. For whoever it might be, the user accounts, how system in the Fusion application we can create. Let me tell you, I will come to the role management in next 10 minutes. In Fusion application team, there are two ways to define the user accounts in the system. What are they? One is automatically system generating. One is automatically system generating the user accounts, and the other one is team manual way of creation. Manual way of creation. There are two ways how in the Fusion application the user accounts will be created team. One is system automatically will generate. Another one is manually we can create in the system. Automatic is what team? See, this is for employees in the application team. Whenever employee is hiring, whenever hiring of an employee happening in the system, for all the employees team, system automatically will generate. So basically team, in the core HR module, once all these been implemented and we hand over the application to the client, now Tata Group started using the application team. So basically in order to hire the employee, they will be going to this my client group's functional area, and HR will have this new person team. They will go to new person, and then they will have a task here under new person, hire an employee. These all things we are going to see in our core HR implementation team, hire an employee. So whenever HR hiring the new employee in their organization team in the system, once the hiring is completed, finally you click on submit button. And once the employee record created in the system, automatically system will generate the user accounts team. We have that approach team. Whenever in the Fusion application, hiring happening, HR hiring the employee in the system, automatically system itself will create the user accounts for all the employees. Because when we hiring the employee team, in the second tab, person information tab, we will give the employee email ID, all these details. So once hiring completed team, system will create the user account and will send welcome email to the employee's email ID team stating that your application account created successfully. Click on the link to reset the password. That we will be seeing in our core HR module, how this is working team. And we have one preliminary option also. If someone asks me, Kumar, you are telling that automatically system will create the user account. But in my project, my client is telling, for none of the employees, system should auto create. We as the HRs, we will take care of user creations manually after hiring. We can able to switch off this functionality also. Where to enable, where to disable, that you will be getting the understanding when we start with our core HR module team. The next module we are going to start next week will be core HR. In that, we have a task available called enterprise. When we configuring this enterprise task team, we have the flexibility to enable and disable this auto creation in the system. That's just for information I'm telling. But be in the understanding team in the Fusion application for the employees in the system. Whenever HR hiring the employee, automatically system will create the user accounts for them. Then why manual option we have? Okay, now come to us. Now, before the employee thinks everything, first of all, the project has to be implemented, right? I mean, as per the client requirement, first the application to be configured. Correct. Now, when we are about to start the implementation team, for all of us, for all of our team members, the user account should be created, right? We are not employees of the client organization. We are not the employees of Tata Group. Means what? We will be not hired in the system. But still, our team require user accounts, just user accounts to log in into the system and to start working on all the configurations of every module. We are not employees of Tata Group. So technically, we will not be hired in the system as their employees. We are just implementation team for them. For 6 months or 1 year, whatever the project scope, we will work and we will leave. So what about the user accounts for us then? If the employees of the organization, okay, when hiring happening, system creating user accounts for every employee. Then what about the implementation team? We are the implementation users. We all require user account to access the application to start working in the system. So team, we have the manual way of creating. So when we go for the project team, client will create one user account and will give to all of us. For our project manager or for our team lead, they will create one user account and they will give. By using that account, we have to create the user accounts for all of the other team members team. How many of us deployed for the project? We will have the accounts created by ourselves. So how to do that one? Or even in case of automatic team, sometimes due to some data issues or due to some technical issues team, system will be failing in auto creating the accounts. Okay, because team, within the concept of user accounts, we have the username format generation rules like that. Due to some data discrepancy, whenever hiring happening team, let's suppose system not created the user account for any employee. Even during that time, HR should have the other approach that HR can manually go and they can able to create the user account. So today I'm going to explain you the manual way of creating the user accounts in a system. Automatic is something which you no need to understand. Whenever we performing the hiring, you can able to experience that. This part we will be seeing in our core HR module. Whenever I'm hiring the employee in the transactions time, I will let you know this how it is working. But this is something, firstly, every one of us should know how we can create the user accounts manually. Why? Because initially, when we got into the project team, for all of our team members, the user account should be created. That we will be doing by this way only. So how to create the user accounts manually in the system, we will see team. Okay. In order to create the user accounts team, once after login into the system, I told, right, one user account client will create and will give us for our project manager or for our team lead. By using that credentials team, we will log in into the system, and where we have to go, if you click towards the right on the springboard, okay, on the springboard, you have a functional area called tools. Under tools, if you select the tools, if you scroll down, you will have a sub-functional area called security console. In the entire Fusion application, the concept of security administration will be handled in a one single area called security console. If any people joining the session today having any EBS background prior to Fusion, you will be having the concept of IDM, Oracle Identity Management, responsibilities like that. But in Fusion application team, within the system only, the entire security administration you can able to handle. So the entire security will be handled in a one single place called security console. So anything specific to user creation, their access, everything you can able to handle from here. So come to tools, come to security console, click on that, then you will land upon this particular page team. This roles I will come in next 10 minutes. Under roles team, we have users. So once after you come to the security console, on the left hand side, you have couple of options team. Here you come to users. Click on users, right? Then you will be landing upon that user account page. Now team, if you want to create the user account in the system, in this user accounts, we have here, see, an option called add user account. Click on add user account, then you will land upon this page team, add user account page. So whenever you creating the user account, associated person information, associated person type. Here system will question us, what type of user account you are creating, person type. We have two options, none, and worker. What is this? I told you, right team? Basically for workers in the system, means employees in the system of our client organization. Whenever hiring happening, system will create automatically. Let's suppose this functionality you switched off, or due to some data discrepancy when hiring, proper information of the employee you are not giving, like first name, last name, email ID, all these things, then system will not create the user account. In that case team, it will be failed. So in that case, for an employee, if you want to manually create the user account team, you can choose here person type as worker. When you choose this option team, worker name field will come. So I can able to search whoever the employees already HR hired in the system, they can able to be searchable here. See, search workers. So I'm searching by name some John. So whoever the employees in the system without user accounts, you can able to search them here. See, I have John Bernard. See team, it's a demo instance, training environment, all the data available in the system, employees data. But in real time, you won't have anything when you are working in the client's application. It's we who have to configure all the modules and we have to migrate the workers data, everything team. Just keep that in mind. So see, when I came to add user account team, workers I could able to search. Then I can able to search that person. See, I have an employee in the system for whom I want to create the user account. Select that person, click on OK. Then see the details of that person got automatically synchronized. So as a admin, as a HR admin, manually, if they want to create any user account for the employees that already hired in the system, then person type choose as worker and search for that worker team, and you can proceed with the user account. But now I'm not creating the user account for the employees. I'm going to show you for our implementation team how the user accounts will be generated or created. Once after come to user account team, go to add user account. Just a sec. Oh my God. Just 1 second, team. Suddenly, the environment that which we are using went for maintenance, because usually over the weekends, Oracle will schedule for the refresh activity of the environments. Suddenly, that got a bad way connection. That it means it is under maintenance. So I have taken up another environment. This is ESLL dev file. So let me show in this environment team. Go to tools, security console. Okay. Then come to users and then add user account. So here, as I told you, if you are creating the user account for the employees in the system already who are hired, then person type we have to choose as worker and we have to create. But you are not creating the user account for any employee in the system. Just user accounts you are creating. No employee record associated with that. Example, our implementation team. For our team, we are not employees in the client organization team, but still we require user accounts for all of us to access the application to configure it. So just user accounts if you are creating, or implementation team user accounts, person type keep it as a none. Then team account information, keep it active. If you are not selecting active and you are creating the user account, it's useless team. You cannot use the credentials. When Kumar account can be inactivated or when account will be locked, that I will tell in next 15-20 minutes team. Okay. When we creating the user accounts, keep it active. Then in the user information, this user category will come with by default. What is this also? We will understand in next 20 minutes team. Then give the details of that user. First name, last name. Let's suppose team, I'm creating one of the user by name TrioTech, last name Kumar. First name TrioTech, last name Kumar. Now see team, the moment I given first name as TrioTech and last name as Kumar, username taken up automatically is team with a combination of what? First name dot last name, TrioTech dot Kumar. Who told that? Who told system that the username format for every user in the system will be this one? That will be maintained here in the category level. That we will see team. Just understand the rules are coming from this level, but how to customize this thing, that all we will see after this topic team, right? We have other options also. We can go with email ID, employee ID, the username formats us. That we will see later. Now see team, I'm creating a user account. I have given first name, last name, and any email that I want to give, I can able to give team. Let's say I'm giving the email ID also, something like kumar.oracle18@gmail.com. Some email I'm giving as of now. In real time, you can give whatever the email that you want to give in the system. Okay. Then password you have to provide. So I'm giving some password for this account team. So I'm giving something, the password here and confirming the password. So in order to create the user account in the system, these basic information is required. First name, last name, email, username, and password, and confirming the password. Okay. Creating the user account is sufficient team. Will it be sufficient? Now, once employee log into the system, he can able to access everything? No. We are creating user account. But to what screens in the system this person Kumar can able to access? In the Fusion application team, the entire access will be coming in this role management team. So this is dependent concept under user account. Creating of user accounts will not suffice our requirement. Whenever user accounts creating team, we have a concept called roles in the system. The entire Fusion security is working on a one single concept called RBAC, means roles based access control. In the entire Fusion application, the security is working on a one single concept called RBAC, roles based access control. Means what team? whenever the user account creating in the system, to what all functionalities, to what all screens the user should have access will be based upon the roles that we are assigning to that user team. So for every module in the system, you take all these things. Okay. For every module in the system, Oracle standardly delivers certain roles team. For example, if you want to access the core HR module in the system, I will list out some of them. After that, you will be getting the document as part of materials folder. You can find all the roles. Oracle given some roles team like human resource manager, human resource specialist. Okay. In order to access core HR module, absence module, and talent module, we have these roles available team. Then for payroll module, in order to access in the system, we have the roles like payroll administrator, payroll manager. Okay. Then for compensation, we have compensation administrator, then compensation manager, then benefits administrator. Then for OLC module, we have something like learning specialist. For ORC module, we have something like recruiting specialist, then hiring manager, etc. More roles also there, team. For every functional area in the system, it might be functional or technical. In order to access that respective functionalities or the screens, in order to access the functionalities or the screens in the system, Oracle designated certain roles. By default in the system, Oracle delivered all these roles team. So whenever we are creating the user account in the system, for that user, whatever the roles that we are adding, only to that functionalities, the user will get access in the system team, not for anything else. So in the entire Fusion application, the security is working on a concept called roles-based access control. Now I'm creating a user ID or user that is TrioTech.Kumar. For this TrioTech.Kumar, for this employee or for this person, what access I should be giving will be decided based on the roles that I am assigning to that user account team. So once you come to the user account, after you providing all the basic details, you click on add role. See team, add role. You came to add role membership from role. Then see, you can able to find all the roles. First, I will do one thing. Rather adding all these roles team, one basic role Oracle will provide team, that is employee role. I will assign that basic role and I will show you what access he is getting with that. And then I will add more roles and we will see team how the access is improvising to that user. By default team in the system, one basic role Oracle delivered, that is employee. At least the user should have access to his own details team. So employee is one of the basic role. So when you come and search here team, all the roles in that instance or the application which Oracle delivered, you can able to see. And don't, when you are practicing also, if you see duplicate roles coming, pick up the role starting with Aura. This is role name and this is role code. ORA means Oracle. That is Oracle delivered. Then what is this Kumar per employee abstract? See team, going forward, we are going to see very detailedly this concept. Within the concept of roles, we have the scope of customization team. Whatever the Oracle delivered roles, we can able to duplicate them, create the copy of them. Because when we are working in the projects team, as per the client requirement, some data restrictions, functionality restrictions we have to implement. So we will be working on customizing of the roles and all. That time we will be duplicating the roles and we will create our custom roles and we will assign to the employees team. This part we will see later detailedly within the roles, how the customizations and all. So whenever you practicing also, when you are searching for any role team, okay, if you find duplicates, pick up the role with the code aura only. Rest of that please ignore, because in the demo instance when people practicing like you and me created the duplications team, select that role, main role, employee, and click on add role membership, right? See team, that role added to the employee, that user account. So let us see, we'll complete the user account creation. We will try to log in as TrioTech.Kumar and let's check it out team. To what functionalities the user having the access. Only one basic role I added to the user, that is employee. All the details are given, right? Then let me click on save and close. Let me click on save and close. The user account will be created team. See, as a admin, if you want to check out any existing user accounts also, you can able to check out team. For creating new, you have to go here. For checking the existing accounts, you can search here. See, TrioTech I am searching. Here is my account which I created just now team. TrioTech.Kumar, right? Now see team, I am signing out with my credentials. I'm signing out with my credentials, the admin login. Now see, we will try to log in with that new user that what we created, TrioTech.Kumar. Okay. Then I'm giving the password that what I have given to that user team. See, now what I'm doing, I'm trying to log in with the new user account which we created, that is TrioTech.Kumar. Then let us try to sign in with this person and check out team. What access? See, good morning, TrioTech Kumar. This me, because employee role, if you assign team, this me area will come, that is employee self-service team. See, only me. And then tools, if you go, where is security console? Then others. And see in the navigator, what? Basic functionalities. Whatever the functionalities that the user should get with that employee role, only that they got access, see, nothing else, right? Now let us see, we'll go and add some more roles to this user and let's check it out team. Now sign out. Now I'm signing back with my admin login team. Okay. This is trio.march. Now I'm signing back with my admin login. See, when I log in into the system, how many functional areas I could able to see? Many things. How I could able to see all these things? Even if I go to navigator, many things I could able to see, many functional areas and sub-functional areas under that. How come I could able to see? And even if I go to tools, I could able to see all these things, security console. How? And if I go to settings and action, many functionalities I could able to see, administration, all this. Why? My user assigned with all the roles in the system. Because I'm using this for our training purpose team. All the roles that I assigned to my account, that is why all functional areas I could able to access. That is what the concept of roles-based access control. Now see team, I'm going to that person only, tools, security console. Now as an admin team, if you want to do any updations, corrections to the user account also, you can come to security console, go to users, then search for that user account team. If you know his username, search with username. If you know his email, search with email. With last name, first name, you can keep the parameter and you can able to search. I know his user account. I'm searching team. He's the guy that which we created just now. Now let me go to this, edit that none. Okay. These are the details of that employee, the user account team which we created. Then roles, if you could see, only employee role we assigned. Now I will try to add more roles to this user team. Click on edit. So any updations as an admin, if you want to do, you can able to do here team, all the corrections you can do. Then click on add role and see team. I will add more roles to this user team. Human resource manager. I have a role. These all are Oracle delivered for every module to access the functionalities team. Then human resource specialist. I'm adding that as well. Then payroll admin. Whatever you want team, whatever the modules you want to give access to this user, we have to add all the roles like this. Then you also want the compensation admin. I'm adding that as well. Then I want benefits administrator also. I'm adding that as well. Then I want recruiting specialist, ORC module also I want to give. Spelling wrong, I believe. Recruiting admin. Okay. Like this team, whatever the roles that you want to add to the user, to whatever the functionalities in the system you want to give access, you can able to give. And team, if you want to access security console, for this also, we have a role available called team IT security manager role. If this role assigned to the user, then only they can able to access security console under tools. Like how for all the modules we have different roles, even for security console under tools, if you have to access, IT security manager is the role required team. Let us try to add that one also, add role. See, IT security manager. The list of roles I will share with you, but as of now, I'm adding all the roles that required team. Now see, for this TrioTech Kumar, we added all the roles in the system. Click on save and close. Click on save and close. Okay. Now see all the roles we added to this user team. Now let us try to log out. Let it be. I will open incognito and I will log in team. See, now I'm trying to log in into the application with that TrioTech Kumar team. Just I open another window. Now I'm trying to log in as TrioTech Kumar. With Kumar details, I'm logging in the new account which we created. Now observe team. What is the improvisation here? See, earlier, these functionalities I don't have team. Only me and tools and others. Now my team came, my client groups came, and within that, see, absences, compensation, goals, performance, then payroll, see, and benefits. All these things came. And even if I go to tools, security console, earlier these are not available to me. See, there is an improvisation in my functional areas, correct? All the modules I could able to see how that is what roles based access control. For every module, for every functional area, we have specific roles that Oracle delivered in the system. Whenever we are creating the user account team, it might be for the employees or it might be for the implementation users, just user accounts you are creating, whatever it might be. Based on the roles that we assign to that user, he will have access to all the functionalities team. This is very important understanding for everyone as far as security is concerned. If you want to restrict any access to the user, come and remove the respective roles so that that functionality access will be restricted to that user in the system, right? That is about team roles based access control. And even when I'm working with my login trio.march, if I click on settings and action team, I could able to see many functionalities like administration area. I have edit pages, manage configuration, setup and maintenance. But here see, when I logged in with TrioTech Kumar, I don't have such things. So certain implementation rules are there team that I will tell in next session. in order to get access to these administration work area. I will talk that in next session. We have some rules to start. When we starting the implementation, I will tell you that, team. So this is how in the Fusion application, the user account creation and role mapping to the users will be done. Right, team? Now, as a admin in the system, if you want to do any updations to the user account team, you can come to users, search the user account team, and you can click on edit, and you can click on here. If you want to reset the password team, let's say employee requesting the HR admin that I forgot my password. Can you please reset the password? Then from the backend, HR can come to the users, go to that user, then they can click on reset password. Automatically, if I select and click team, to the employee, password reset link will be sent. If not team, manually here I can choose, then I can able to pass the new password and confirm the password and click on the reset, and I can share with the employee team. So manually I can able to do from the backend here. And see team, password policy coming, at least 8 characters, one number, simple. Who told that in the system? The password complexity should be simple. Not only that team, observe something. Just I created this user account. When I came to the user account details page, password expiration came June 13th, 2024. Today is March 15th, April 15th, May 15th, June 13th. I mean, exactly some 90 days from today, the password expiration triggered. Who told that every 90 days the user's password should be expired? They have to reset. Or not even that. When I'm creating the user account in the system, see, when I'm creating a new user account, the moment I given first name and last name, automatically system taken up the combination of username as first name dot last name, or password policy here. Simple. At least who told all these settings team? Can we able to customize? My client is telling Kumar, in my organization, in my application, all employees' email IDs should be their usernames, and password also. The complexity should be 4 uppercase, 3 lowercase, 2 special characters, like that. And password expiration should be every 120 days, every 4 months. Can I able to do all these things? Yes. In user account management team, we have the scope called user account rules. As per our client requirement team, we can able to customize this user account rules. Like as I told you, the username format, password complexity, password expiration, all the things will be handled in this user category default. We have a separate concept team. In today's session, I cannot cover that. In next session on Monday, I will take up this concept team, how to create the user account rules, how to customize the user account rules and all. But as of today, I want everyone to be on one page. What is that? How in the Fusion system, the concept of user account creation can be done, and how the concept of roles working team. This concept of roles not yet completed. As of now, we are using Oracle delivered roles and we are assigning team. But within the concept of roles, we have various concepts like different types we have, like job role, data role, abstract role, aggregate privileges, and customizing the Oracle delivered roles and creating the new custom roles, implementing data restrictions. That all will be covered at later part team. Means once our functional training is done, then I will take up a detailed session on role. Why? Because first of all, you people are not familiar with what all modules, functionalities in the system we have. Once we complete all these module configurations, you will become familiarized with all the concepts, all the screens and functionalities. Then I will take up a detailed session on the customizing of the roles or automating of the roles. Some of you might get a question here. Kumar, manual, okay. You are creating the account and are adding. But you are telling that whenever hiring happening for the employees, system creating the accounts automatically. What about the roles? HR again should come to security console, search for that account and manually will add the role? No. Within the roles also automation we have. Whenever hiring happening, when system creating the user account, roles also will auto assign. These all concept on role management we will be taking up after our functional training team. So keep this part aside. As of now, at this level of introductory sessions, you be in the understanding only how the roles concept working in the security. When the user accounts created, whatever the roles we assign to the user, the access to the user will be coming. To that extent, you be clear. And I hope everyone understood as of today what we discussed. Then within the user account team, further any updations, if as an admin I want to do, reset password I told you. Then if I click on edit, any details that I want to correct, username, first name, last name, then the email ID, or any other things, any new roles I want to add, any roles I want to delete, these all things also I can able to perform from my admin access team, right? So this is about user account creation concept working. Further to this, how to delete the roles, what is this remove roles, or if I come here, I have an actions button like locking of the account, resetting the password, deleting. These all functionalities will take up in the next session, because in next 2-3 minutes we cannot complete all these topics team. We'll take these in the next session team. And I will also talk about this user account rules setting up, how the username generation rules or password policies, everything I will talk. Before that, I want to show you one thing. I created the user account. So basically team, just give me a second. I'm just sharing my screen because I'm trying to log in with one of my Gmail account. Okay. So see here, I created the user account, right? When I'm creating the user account team, I given my Gmail, kumar.oracle18. See, at 7:40 a.m., I got an email from my system. Oracle Fusion Applications Welcome email with the subject line. And from address is my URL, ESLL dev file, the application team. See, dear, my username, TrioTech Kumar. Congratulations, your application's account has been successfully created. Follow the below link to reset the password. So when you create the user account in the system, it might be manually or it might be whenever hiring happening, system generating to the email ID of that user, system will be sending the welcome email team. That also can be customizable in the category level only. So this is what I want to explain you in today's session team. So any questions as such in today's topic we discussed online people. In next session, I will further talk about the functionalities we have in the user account creation. What are all these? Or when we creating the user account, what is this category from where these all rules can be hard coded in the system, how the notifications working, the email notifications, that all we will see in the next session with continuation to this topic team. So any questions in today's session team? Everyone clear with the user account creation and the roles concept, how they are working? Very important concept team. When we are starting the implementation, the very first concept that we will work on will be, we have to create the user accounts for all of us. So we have to do in this way. Any questions?
Yeah, hi Kumar.
Yes, Sabir.
Yeah, hi. Actually, like I'd like to know, like for any re-implementation, like suppose some organization have n number of users, right?
Correct.
So when we are going with a re-implementation for project and the cloud client is moving from on-premises to cloud, like
Mm.
how this n number of user can be uh, for them, like the user account will be created.
See,
Like
understood.
it is not possible to create one user manually at a time, right?
Definitely, that is correct. See, this is something what I covered is in a manual way in the initial time for our implementation team to create the accounts. But when we are working in the project from the client's existing legacy system, let's say 10,000 employees data is there in the client's existing system. We are migrating to Fusion. In that way, we cannot, in that time, we will not create manually. There will be HCM data loader or spreadsheet data loader tools like in our curriculum I discussed here, right? Inbound integration tools.
Okay.
We will rely upon these things along with the workers data, user accounts also we will create through this spreadsheet or HDL. Okay. This is
Okay.
something
One
in the
yeah.
initial implementation time, how to create the user accounts and how we can get access to our implementation team.
Okay. One more thing, just to clear my doubt. So, the people who will be means the functional people, uh, 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 who will be configuring this setup, they will be not an employee, right?
Implementation
They,
team, we are
means
not employees, correct? The functional resources.
okay. So for person type, that will be blank for them.
Yeah, as we are not employees in the system, I am keeping the person type as blank. None.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Ashok, please.
Yeah, hi Kumar.
Yeah. Hi.
Kumar, I heard about Redwood UI is coming in future releases, right? Or in the versions?
Already in some of the screens it came. Redwood UI
Yeah.
will be enabled through the profile options. See,
Okay.
from classic to responsive Oracle system mode, and then already in some of the quick actions area, you can find the Redwood experiences. Let's say my client groups, work structure. Just I will try to show you one screen.
Okay.
We have something like person types. One second. One second. See, this is Redwood page only.
Okay. Okay.
Cosmetic wise, improvement Oracle bringing constantly from over a period of time. So this is Redwood UI only.
Okay. So how differently it is with the classic UI,
We'll
Kumar?
tell that in the core HR, once we start with,
Okay.
we'll tell that one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Sure.
I,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, hi.
yeah. So I have a question. So you said
Who's,
the
can I
list.
know the shoe of,
Yeah, it's Ria.
yeah, yeah, Riya, please.
Yeah. So you said like the bulk of employees will be moved from legacy system to the user accounts will be moved from legacy system to the
Correct.
new system, right? So
Correct.
for example, like in PeopleSoft, like the user ID, like the user account will be different. Maybe it may start with a some number. So how will